everyone. Obviously, this isn't my typical time for doing Let's Talk Tikva. However, as I've been sitting here today thinking about what today is, I thought it would be a really good idea to just put out this message here because it fits so perfectly with the day. If you pay attention at all to the Christian calendar, you'll know that today is the day between Good Friday and Easter. And the message that I wanted to share today is for those of us who are in that period of waiting. You're waiting for your promise to come true. You're waiting for things to happen. You're waiting for something. And I don't know what your something is, but I want to take us back in history a little bit to the first Saturday between Good Friday and Easter. And if you know what that is, Good Friday was the day that Jesus Christ died on the cross. And for those of his followers who had been with him, they were in a state of what just happened here. Many of the people had seen Jesus as the one who was going to, make life great again. He was here to fix everything. The Jews were no longer going to be slaves. They were no longer going to be beaten by the Romans. They were going to be free, and they were going to have a kingdom and a king of their own. But Jesus died on the cross, and so that next day, the Sabbath, the day of rest, was a day of mourning for them. Their leader, their king, had just died the day before, and they had been living with this hope that Jesus was going to bring something different for them. And then Saturday got here, the Sabbath, and they were waiting, and they were mourning, and they were so heartbroken because the one who was supposed to make all things new, the one who was supposed to bring them out of where they were, was gone. He was dead. And they were left wondering, what in the world are we going to do now? And so for you who are in this day of waiting, this season of waiting, you know there's a promise out there for you, and you know there's a plan for you, but you're left here waiting, hopeless almost, with that deep heartbreak, and you're trying to figure out what in the world you're supposed to do with your life. I can promise you that promise that was made to you by God still stands, because for those back then who had just seen our Savior die, they didn't know that the very next day they were going to wake up and their Savior will have risen from the dead. That promise was fulfilled. And I just want to tell you, for those who are standing here, sitting here in the waiting, in that time of not knowing what's going on and losing hope day by day as your promise doesn't come true, you've got time. It's going to happen. And I just wanted to give you a little bit of hope, because Resurrection Sunday is still coming. Your promise is still coming. And it might not look the way that you expect for it to look, because they rarely do. Our promises, we see it one way, but God has something better for us. And just because you don't see it happening doesn't mean it's not happening. So I hope you walk away today with that little bit of hope that it's going to happen. Your promise might not look exactly how you want it to look, but it will happen, and it will be for your good. So just keep holding on a day longer. Just keep taking one day at a time, one step at a time, because if there's been a promise made to you by our Creator, He will make it happen. So that is it. That is what I wanted to share with you today, and I hope you have a great and blessed day. I hope that you have a wonderful Easter tomorrow, and remember, there is always hope. If you need someone to talk to, if you need someone to ask questions of, I am here all the time. I have my messenger open. Please feel free to reach out to me. And if you need anything else, again, I'm here. So take care and happy Easter. I'll see you guys on Wednesday night like usual.